Welcome to the Young Crones Cafe, where you can get a magic brew full of all sorts of information, both witchy and practical.
Good morning and welcome to the Young Crones Cafe. Grab a cup of coffee and join us like you always have. To our listeners, in case you haven't noticed, we have not been recording for the last several weeks. Sue, the other member of two Young Crones, passed away recently of metastatic breast cancer, and we had to take some time away while we figured out where we were going to go next. This is just a short memorial, for want of a better word, to a friend and business partner who I am going to miss having in my life, but I still hear her voice in my head on a daily basis saying, "Get up off your ass, woman, and keep moving forward." We knew each other for almost 20 years and practiced together for about 15. When we first met, we were, for want of a better word, kind of Wiccan oriented at that point, because that was what was available back then locally. And we kind of connected through a loose association with one of the local covens. Soon after, a number of people, including Sue and I, left that particular group because it didn't meet our spiritual needs anymore, which is perfectly okay. If you stay Wiccan, that's great. If you don't, you don't, and you move on and you do what you have to do. We spent a long time together with various people over the years, and it's been the two of us for the last, about 10 years or so, who have consistently practiced together, and we created our own tradition. That's one of the joys of witchcraft. Sue and I took delight in trying new things and finding new ways to tweak our practice, just to make it more meaningful to the two of us. Sue was an artist and was given to wonderful ideas that were often impractical when you first heard them. And it was kind of my job to go along behind and kind of figure out, all right, how do we make this a reality? I am a wordsmith by trade, and I do a lot of writing for myself, for blog posts, for sharing our tradition. And finding words today is really hard because I am missing my friend. She was the one who could talk to me for hours about absolutely nothing and just make my day better. And I like to believe that I did the same for her. For those of you who are out there, get regularly checked for breast cancer. It's easy to put off. COVID has put a lot of us behind with a lot of healthcare responsibilities. And whether or not it would have made a difference with my friend if she found it sooner, I don't think so. She fought till the end, but the cancer had metastasized into various parts of her body, and she ended up going into hospice. I was given the blessing of a chance to go in and tell her how much I loved her and how much I would miss her, and it was okay to stop fighting. She was ill, she was in pain before she went into hospice, and when she was in hospice, the pain was managed, and she was just quietly allowed to begin her next great adventure. And unlike Carrie Houdini, I fully expect her to show up any minute now and clobber me over the head with some wildly impractical idea to see where we're going next. In the meantime, the Crones Cafe podcast will be coming back. We will be launching a new episode on May 24th. It'll be up on that Tuesday, which serendipitously is also one of my grandchildren's 18th birthday. Her husband, Dave, is going to step in and become a crone. In all of our discussions about what makes a crone, it was never a thought that a man couldn't be a crone. We may not have stressed that, but maybe we should have made it more obviously gender neutral. Somehow along the line, the word crone has gotten that connotation that somehow it is an old woman. Okay, maybe in somebody else's life, but not in ours. So Dave will be joining us. He practices from a different perspective than I do, but I think it's going to make for some lively discussions. Not sure what topics we're going to keep on with other than the metaphysical kernels of thought, which has been kind of the anchor of what we did. So in the meantime, enjoy your coffee. We'll be back soon. We will go on, and I will close with one of my favorite sayings from a Wiccan writer from a very long time ago, Doreen Valiente, who wrote, among other things, "May you find mirth and reverence in all things." And so I wish you today that you go out and find something that brings you joy and that you find spiritually fulfilling. Until we get back to you, thanks for listening. This is Elizabeth, one of the Crones, signing off for today.